Hello ladies and gentlemen, Gene here with G Squared Tactical. Forgive me for what you are about to see because it probably is not going to be up to your standard, but we literally just picked this gun up from the FFL. Taurus sent us this. I didn't even know this existed, not in the past and not now. I didn't know they had released it. I didn't know it was ever even a thing. I just get emails pretty routinely from Taurus, and I saw this on there listed as a new release or a re-release, I guess, of something in the past that used to exist. And I just said, okay, that's cool. I like the Beretta 92. You know, if you watch the channel, you know that was my dream gun as a child, watching Mel Gibson and Lethal Weapon. But I got two souped up 92s. I got a Wilson Combat, and then I got a Langdon Tactical Beretta 92, which I absolutely love. You know I love the look. I love the feel in the hand of the 92, the old school look. And so I was intrigued. I said, send it to me, I want it. At first glance, I didn't really know what was different from it, from this one versus the other 92 clones that they've had in the past, other than the light rail here on the front. But digging a little bit into it again, I just took this out of the box about 30 minutes ago, so I don't know a ton about it. But it seems to have that Glock 45 type thing going on, I guess you could say, where it is a full-size frame and a 4.3-inch barrel that everyone seems to like these days. And so I guess it's a more compact of the 92 with an overall height of 5.5 and an overall weight of 33.5 ounces. And the barrel length, as I mentioned, is 4.3 inches. And so that's it. I mean, other than the barrel being a little shorter and adding the light rail here, that's what you got. The Taurus 917C. So, initial thoughts. These are Metgar mags, 18 round. You got two of them. I would say I don't have any more G3s or G2s or anything like that left. We've sold them all to get other guns to review. But it looks very similar, if not exactly the same, to my G3 magazine, so I could only assume, maybe you guys can tell us, that the G3, if you have any G3 mags, they will likely work in here. If that's the case, that's freaking awesome. So got two of those 18 rounders, and so I always start out with the things that, you know, kind of aggravate me a little bit, I guess, that I don't like, the negatives, the cons, if you will. And this, keeping in mind that I guess the average standard FS without a light rail Beretta 92 that you purchase is going to be somewhere on the store shelf. Forget about the MSRP, probably somewhere around the $600, maybe $600 to $700 range, and that would be without the light rail. So you get one with the light rail, maybe a 92XI or something, you're probably going to be more in the $900 price range. This MSRP is for $599, but I'm certain that once it hits the store shelves, most of the gun stores we frequent says they don't have it yet, but I'm sure that it probably won't be $599. Probably be somewhere around $499 to $549, somewhere in there. So it's mostly budget friendly, but I feel like at that MSRP, a couple of the negatives that I have, maybe they could have throw those in there. So one of the negatives that I have is I don't like the plastic grip panels here, and I like even less the fact they use these flathead screws to put the panels on. I absolutely hate the way that looks. Those lines in the screws never line up. This side seems to be lined up just fine. These two seem to be off, and it never fails when you go to replace them, take it off for cleaning or whatever. Looks like it's already happened. You end up butting it up, and it's just ridiculous. I hate it. Wish they would have used some torque type screw heads on there. It would have looked a lot better and would have served a lot better purpose when taking off and putting back on. And on top of that, they are Taurus branded plastic grip panels. And we have this anodized finish on this aluminum lower and this alloy steel upper on the slide here, and so it's basically all metal. Even the sights are metal. Thumbs up for that. Then you're gonna give me these plastic grip panels. Not a fan. Wish they could have done something different with that. And I'm not a fan of the mag release. I get this whole being snag free for carry and all this other stuff, but my goodness, you have this ambi safety on here, or decocker, and you also have this slide lock that's sticking way off the frame, so those are snag points. When I tell you that this mag release, I mean, it does have some checkering on it, but when I tell you that this mag release is almost under the trigger guard, I am not mad. You'd almost be better off dropping this thing with your support hand, because, man, by the time you adjust your grip, and I'm saying once you get on it, once you adjust your grip and you get on it, you still have to put a ton of pressure on that mag release. Mag release absolutely sucks. Grip panel, plastic, flathead screws, absolutely sucks. And the double action trigger is super gritty. I'm not going to say it sucks. You know, I'm not a huge trigger snob. And so I'm not going to say that the trigger sucks, but I will tell the truth, and that is the trigger in the double action anyway is crazy gritty. Like, very gritty. I don't know if another reviewer had this gun prior to us getting it, or they sent us a brand new one. I'm not really sure. It did seem a little dirty inside, so maybe someone did have this. I don't know. Maybe that grittiness will straighten out with time. I will say this about the trigger, staying on the trigger there, that the reset for a decocker model is very short for a decocker model, shorter than the F and X. And after that initial first shot, getting through that grid, if you will, the reset and then the follow-up shot is not bad actually for a budget friendly, if you're saying that, Taurus gun. It's actually not bad on the follow-up shots. You know, again, for a decocker model, it is a nice, short, very audible, and a very tactile reset, which very good for that, budget friendly. Not a bad reset, not a bad follow-up shot. Double action, again, super gritty. Not going to say that it sucks, it's just super gritty. It doesn't seem to really have a defined wall, it just kind of goes. I don't know how to explain it, but trigger is not fantastic, but again, get used to it if you're going to use it. I'm sure it'll be fine, perform fine at the range. Again, as mentioned, it is a decocker model, and unlike some of your CZs and even some other models, it's not just a decocker only. It also is a safety, so that gives you options. So you can carry it one in the pipe, hammer down, safety up. You can carry it like that, knock the safety up or down, and pull it from a single action. Or you can simply decock the gun and carry it around without the safety on from a double action. Or you can carry it cocked and locked, knock the safety off, pull the trigger, if that's the way you get. So yeah, what is that, 3 different options? I'm sure somebody will have some special way of making it 4 options. I don't really know. But I really like that. As you know, I like the decocker model. You know, I like chambering one, decocking the gun, and that's the way I like carrying it. The safety down and allowing the double action trigger to essentially be my safety. So it is a decocker and safety model. As mentioned, it is ambi. Does have steel 3-dot sights up here. Good for that. Very nice sight picture. Very easy to pick up. Nice big white dot on the front, and some smaller white dots here on the rear. Does have the rear slide serrations. Is not serrated in the front, but it does have these 2 indents at the front of the slide, as you're accustomed to seeing on the 92 models. That gives you a really nice purchase. In fact, I think I like it better than I do having the serrations up there, if you're into that whole press checking thing, as people are these days. Anyway, no serrations on the front. I mean, from what I hear, again, I didn't know that the 917 ever existed, but when it did, I am to understand it did not have the light rail. Does have the 2-slot light laser rail up here on the front. So the addition of that, another thing to give kudos for, because apparently my Walther PDP Pro could not pull off a metal guide rod. Had to be plastic. This is not plastic. This is a single piece, all metal guide rod. Thumbs up for that. Kudos for that. Really like it. Gave me the plastic grip panels, but you know, I'll forgive you a little bit for giving me the all metal one-piece guide rod. Great, wonderful, love it. Very similar trigger guard to what you would see on, you know, basically any of the 92 models. I'm not sure if the Taurus original clone had these finger grooves. I can't be certain of that. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I know that my Beretta does not have the finger grooves, and I want to say that that's an addition as well to the light rail, but again, I don't know. I typically do not like finger grooves, but I do like finger grooves on more full-size guns like the Glock 17. They just fit my hand really, really nice, and I've always liked the way this gun felt in my hand, even though it's thick through the grip, and I'm generally not a fan of thick guns through the grip. With the nice beaver tail, and in the case of this one having the nice finger grooves on the front, I like it. I like the feel in the hand. It is nice and serrated all the way down the front, and as well all the way down the rear of the grip here. So that's a nice little touch as well. There's everything to like about it. There's 3 dislikes for me: the mag release, the grip panels, and the grip panel screws. Other than that, it takes down much the same way, or if not exactly the same way as any other 92 model. And there's everything to like about this gun. If we get this out to the range and it performs well, this might actually be one of the Tauruses that I keep, because usually we send them back. But I might see if they'd give me a good deal on this one, because I really do like the 92. And maybe at some point, if not already, somebody will come out with some metal, maybe lock grips, or somebody will come out with some metal grips for this thing, because that would make this freaking awesome for me. And I love, another thing I will say is, typically I'm not a fan of the finish on Taurus pistols. I know everybody's into that matte look, and I like the matte look myself. You don't get any glare or anything like that, and it has a very clean look to it. But usually on Taurus pistols, you get these spots on there where it looks like somebody dropped some uric acid or something on there, and it's like a dark spot, splotchy, that you can't get out. And then it's real nice in other areas and looks jacked up on other areas. It's just not well done. You know, in some cases reminds you of a Rock Island 1911 or something, but this is actually well done. I mean, it's a matte finish. There's no flaws in it, you know, machine marks. It looks very, very well done. I don't see any of those splotchy areas in the finish I was telling you about. I'm okay with the finish. Again, I'm shocked. There's a lot of things about the gun I like, and the things that I don't like, I feel like could be easily fixed. At some point, being able to put some metal grips on here, and, you know, being able to, again, God, that is awful, the mag release. Maybe having a extended mag release option on here would be even better. But other than that, I really like the gun. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sure we left something out. Again, I didn't even know it existed till about 4 days ago. Picked it up yesterday, actually no, today. Haven't even got to really do anything with it or do much research on it. Just what little bit I have told you here today. We'll be getting this out to the range soon. Stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed what we did see today. If you have this, you know anything about it, you have any questions, ask us in the comment section. We always get back with everyone, no matter good, bad, or indifferent. We love to communicate with you guys. Make sure you hit that bell. Make sure to subscribe and tell all your friends and family where they can find the best blue collar reviews on YouTube. Thanks again. God bless. Have a great day.